This video is designed to review with you the multiplier. The logic of the multiplier goes like this. Assume I take a brand new $100 bill and I go to a small town and I fill up my huge SUV with gas. The gas station owner receives my $100 bill as income. Now, the gas station owner, like most people, is going to save a portion of that, but spend the rest. And so the gas station owner takes my $100 bill minus the portion he saved and spends it at another local establishment. The owner of that then takes most of the money and spends it at a third place, again saving a small portion. And on it goes. My original purchase money being spent and respent again. Each participant in the process saving a tiny portion and spending the rest. And that process would continue until literally there was just a penny of my purchase money left. What we want to know is what was the total value of all the purchases made based on my original decision to spend the $100. We could calculate it longhand or instead take a shortcut using the multiplier. The multiplier allows us to calculate if we have a change in spending what will the final or total change in spending be? If we take my original change in spending and multiply it by the multiplier, we can get the final or total value of the change in spending. So the multiplier calculation is very important to us. Luckily, there is a very simple formula for getting the value of the multiplier. It's 1 over the marginal propensity to save. Now, if you recall, the marginal propensity to save and the marginal propensity to consume add up to 1. So another way of expressing this would be 1 over 1 minus the marginal propensity to consume. If given the marginal propensity to consume or the marginal propensity to save, we can calculate the multiplier. So going back to my example from before, I had spent originally $100. And for simplicity's sake, let's say that the marginal propensity to save in this case is 0.25. 1 over 0.25 is 4. So my original $100 in spending would be multiplied by 4 to give us a final or total change in spending of $400. So my original purchase would actually do 4 times as much purchasing before it was all said and done. A couple of important things to note about the multiplier. First of all, the larger the marginal propensity to consume, the larger the multiplier. So if everyone in that sequence of purchasing spent more and saved less, the final or total would be larger. Conversely, if the marginal propensity to save is larger, the multiplier is smaller. So the multiplier is directly related to the marginal propensity to consume and indirectly related to the marginal propensity to save. The multiplier can work in either direction. If I had $100 and decided not to spend it, we would say there was a total reduction in spending of minus 400. Since my original 100 reduction would be played out over and over again in all those additional purchases that would now not be made, we would say the total is 400 less than it otherwise would have been. Finally, our initial change in spending does not have to come only from consumers. Remember, we have 4 spenders in our economy: consumers, businesses, government, and foreign consumers. If any of them spent more or less, there would be a multiplied effect on the overall economy.